Welcome, everyone, to another edition of RazörFist Arcade Live, a very special Mad Max Month edition, where, as promised, on a little Twitch test stream about a week ago, we will be delving into the 2015 Avalanche Studios edition of Mad Max. Sorry, Terengel needs to learn how to phone. But yeah, this is the 2015 edition of Mad Max, as created by Avalanche Studios and published by WB Interactive, who, as I said in my Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, now have this franchise by the phallus. So let us imbibe, shall we? And we are going to be reviewing this. The review of this game will be coming up this week. But before we do the proper review, I figured we should revisit, see how it's held up. And, you know, some games age like a fine wine, other games age like Cher. Say hello to the nice people, Terengel.
What nice people?
I know, right? Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
All right. Now, a few pertinent details. This game was actually kind of collaborated on in conjunction with George Miller. I believe it's technically supposed to be a... Is it a prequel to Fury Road? I think it's a prequel to Fury Road.
I believe so.
The main baddie in this, Scrotus, is one of the sons, presumably one of the warlord children of Immortan Joe. And I've already played the very beginning of the game so that we could get past the tutorial bit. I did that on the test stream that we did on Twitch. Now we're into the game proper. So, hopefully this is right. Wait, what? 806... Free roaming... I guess we'll see. Well, if it's not right, then whatever. We'll load the other one. How's it going, folks? Oh, by the way, before we start answering questions, I need to answer a question that somebody actually donated before the stream started. And I wish I could remember their name, but I'll answer your question regardless. They asked what I think of Gorgoroth going after people who publish their lyrics. And for those who don't know, Gorgoroth, black metal band, they've never published their lyrics in any of their albums. So I guess they actually go after websites that publish their lyrics. I don't know if they threaten them with legal action or whatever, but they, like, not only do not publish their lyrics, they are, like, committed to this shit. They go, okay, yeah, no, this is the wrong save, I think.
Well, while you sort that out, MGMG donates $2 twice. The first time he says, thoughts on Angry Joe versus fans.
Don't give a fuck.
And the second one is, will you review Defenders?
Yeah, probably review Defenders. We watched the first episode last night, Terengel and myself.
Yeah,
it was good. A little slow for a first episode, honestly.
Yeah,
a little took its sweet ass time, honestly, getting into everything. But hold on, yeah, this is definitely. Yeah, this is an earlier save. Let me exit to main menu.
The Green Arrow 88 donated $1. He didn't say anything, but thank you very much all the same.
Godspeed. I believe it was the second slot that we had saved to there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and to answer the question, Gorgoroth, I think it's interesting in that they're actually trying to keep a mystique about the band. Yes, I have unlocked Max's proper outfit here. And that's, one of the reasons I already beat this game to shit. So I went through and I'm playing again, and when you play through again, you get the interceptor, you get the actual max shotgun, and you get the actual road warrior attire. So we're actually going to get to play through this game actually looking and driving like Mad fucking Max. What a concept, right?
Yeah, you had to beat the fucking game.
You have to beat the game. In order to unlock that stuff, you have to get to a point where there's nothing left to do with it.
Yeah, fucking generous.
But on the one hand, I think it's interesting they have Mystique. On the other hand, I think it's pretty ridiculous they're threatening people over the shit.
Samuel Steingart donates $10. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, dude.
He asks, what are your thoughts on Rutger Hauer, the video game?
Oh, I'm loving it so far. I gotta say, that game came out of nowhere, and it is probably my game of the year so far. Like, it's absolutely spectacular. I have really enjoyed it a lot, so...
Testicular Tactics donates $2.
Thank you, sir.
Thoughts on Dennis Prager?
Dennis Prager?
Prager. Sorry.
Fuck him.
Fuck him?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Saint! Oh, Saint! Come and see! Come and see, oh, Saint!
He was another one of those cuck-servatives during the primary who was all in on Ted Cruz and shit.
Oh.
I was listening to him on the radio, and he was just insufferable during the primaries. I don't know how he is now.
What did I tell you? V8, not V6.
You're damn right.
Exactly. 8 is the magic number.
Voice actor in this is fucking atrocious.
The big chief. A bona fide
Almost as bad as Tom Hardy. I mean, what?
Andrew Kurtz donates $2. Continue to be awesome. That is all. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.
Where is it?
gas town.
Then let's go there.
No, wait. You can't just go to gas town. No, we need armor.
You can see it all right?
Yeah, I was just watching the
Yeah,
cutscene,
it'll take a long time, too. I'd probably...
listening to the amazing voice acting.
Most of the voice acting is good. Max is atrocious.
MGMG donates another $2. Thank you, sir.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Mr. Molotov. Do I have a watch? Does Max have a watch on his arm?
He's got to learn the timing on his Australian accent. Woo! Modern movies!
I know.
Go!
At least it didn't slow jump like... Oh, that's a shame. I like how no sooner do I say it than it happens.
MGMG donates another $2. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Favorite comic book movie?
Favorite comic book movie? What would I say? The movies aren't that great, it's the shows that have been really good. I don't know, I guess maybe like Punisher Warzone for what it is. It's like an 80s action flick. I really like that movie.
Yeah. I wonder, do you mean specifically like a movie that was based off a specific comic book? Or do you mean just like, oh, the new Spider-Man was okay, or something like that?
We need to go.
Yeah, I don't know, if it's just based on a comic book, I really liked,
You know a safe place. Somewhere.
I liked From Hell a lot better than the crappy comic it's based on.
Well, let's not limit this to just Marvel, but remember Valerian and whatnot.
Doesn't sound safe. That the best we can do?
I don't think we have a choice, Saint.
Oh, let's see.
Got some scrap. Some scrap. Some scrap here, come
What
on.
is this place?
This part of the Great White is cheats.
Survivalist Ice
Like everywhere else in this realm.
donates $20 in Monopoly money. Cause fuck you, that's why.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I will pass go with that.
For those who aren't aware, this is this game. As I said, it takes place before Fury Road, and it takes place in a different area of the wasteland. It's technically a dried up ocean bed, so you see a lot of like nautical shit. Obviously, chum buckets HQ that's being blown up over there is an upturned freighter or something.
Yeah. Adds character. The Green Arrow 88 donates $2.
Godspeed.
Please do a Shadowrun SNES stream, Chummer.
I'd like to at some point, or even a Shadowrun Returns. I love those fucking games. Where's how do you get up here? Here? There we are. Let's see.
Sure you don't have to get up to get down?
Here's your history relics, if you like the mythos of Mad Max over-explained for you. Project Blackout, Stage 5, Snowmobile. We're not going down with the rest. Anyone even comes close to our BOL, I'll personally fucking dismember them. Sarah.
So it began.
See, that is the exact kind of shit you don't need in Mad Max. You don't need Max to sit here and detail the history of what happened. What the fuck ever happened to a little Mystique?
I'm gonna throw this out here. In media, whether it be TV or movies or whatever, when was the first iteration of "And So It Begins"?
Oh,
Have you
God.
ever heard?
I have no idea.
Like, going as far back as I can, I think it was Babylon 5 for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you remember anything before that?
Babylon 5, though, it was even derivative by then.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
For Christ's sake,
I'm
it was,
just, I mean...
that was an example of the dick cheese writing on Babylon 5 sometimes.
I mean, my god, like, what was that, 95?
Yeah. Oh, okay, it doesn't need fuel, so I can just take this back to my... Alright, so you gotta use these weather balloons, because every game has to be Assassin's Creed now, to get your vantage point. The game has flaws, folks. I will say, you know, it's a fun game, though. It's a lot of fun. Very repetitive, but a fun game.
Casbinus...
And a beautiful game, as you can see. Just fucking gorgeous atmosphere.
Casbinus donates £5. Thank you very much. Grats on the 10k subs.
Yeah, we're already at about 105,000 already.
Jesus.
Yes, we just barely hit 100,000. Of course, a lot of that I have to thank Steven Crowder for that.
Yeah, quick plug. Our RazörFist was on Steven Crowder, so if you want to look that up real quick.
We're gonna be uploading it to my appearance specifically up to our channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he gave me the okay to do that. So
Good stuff. Boss Ross donated $2. What's your favorite UDO album?
Oh, probably Time Bomb. Time Bomb is a fucking masterpiece. That's another one of those records that came out in the early 90s, like right before metal died. There was this explosion of amazing records. You know, Judas Priest, Painkiller, Yngwie Malmsteen, Eclipse, Anthem, Domestic Booty, and No Smoke Without Fire. Like, there were just great records right before the genre died completely. And Time Bomb is one of them. Time Bomb is like every bit as good as Painkiller. Kind of the same style, too. Great cover art, too.
Beanie Farmer donates $2. What's your opinion of the band Battle Beast?
They're pretty good. We've used them in, I think they were in the Revenge of the Ninja.
You know what? That does sound familiar.
Yeah, they were in the Revenge of the Ninja credits.
The Examined Life of Gaming donates $5. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Listen to any oligarch, either before or after their fiery breakup last year.
No, I was never a fan.
John Hume's new gig, Pilorian.
Do I need to refuel or do I need to store this? Well, let's see. The magic bottomless Tinky Winky fuel cans.
Oh, yeah.
That can fill up your car completely.
Can you, like, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, like, spawn like 100 of them?
Yes, absolutely. A little hard to sell me on the idea of an oil war when fuel cans are generating from thin air. Just throwing that out there.
John Hume's new gig, Pilorian, is pretty good. Is pretty great. Congrats on the 10K. Oh shit.
Oh, this game is good. It is good. It has its issues, but it is a great game, I have to say. It's a shame. I think what happened with this game is it came out around the same time as Witcher. Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And same company. And WB Interactive was all in on Witcher. And they kind of ignored this, which is ridiculous. I mean, they had a movie tie-in for this. It's so absurd.
There's no way this looks as good on PS4, but just looking at a still shot of this, I mean,
yeah.
The landscape, it just looks amazing. Testicular Tactics donates $2. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Does Razor like any progressive rock?
No! I like Genesis.
Burger Lord donates $2. He doesn't say anything, but thank you very much. All hail Burger Lord.
Is that a band or
No, it's just
Movie Bob's new band or?
it's just a guy.
Gotcha.
Old Boy Aladdin donates $10. Thank you very much, sir. Love your show. Love your rants. Love the metal mythos. Keep on doing what you're doing, sir. And metal be with you.
Is metal a deity now?
You saying it was never a deity? The fuck is wrong
stand
with you?
corrected. I stand corrected. What do we have here?
Alex-
We have not unlocked everything.
Alex
Oh!
Seekman donates $5. What are your thoughts on the Shadow Warrior reboot series? I didn't even know that was happening.
Oh, didn't we do we did a stream on Shadow Warrior, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
The first reboot game. The new one I heard is even better, but I haven't gotten to play it. I believe I have it. I believe a Rageaholic, a very generous Rageaholic, gifted me a copy of it, in fact. I just haven't gotten around to installing it and playing it yet. No doubt that will be either reviewed at some point or featured in an episode of RazörFist Arcade. I'm not going to let an awesome gift like that go to waste. And thank you to whoever did that. I'm sorry I'm blanking on exactly who that was. Let's go with that in the front and then go with the... Yeah, that in the back. There we go. Business in front, party in back. Look at that. Are those beer cans? Is that Rockstar Energy Drink? Is that product placement in Mad Max? Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Tits McGee donates $5. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
So I've seen 2 other people copy your YouTube blacklist experiment with the same results. Think Google will ever own up to their blatant blacklist? Yeah, maybe like a month down the road.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, they have this thing about where they don't tell people what the fuck they're doing, and then later they make some shit up about how, like, oh, it was planned like this all along.
Yeah. I think they're in covering their ass mode right now.
Yeah.
Stranger.
None of this.
Oh, okay, good.
But thank you very much, anyway.
Yeah.
Barker Lord donates again. He donates $5.
Appreciate it.
Reminder, Rainbow Six Siege is the best UB shit game since Blood Dragon. Also, have you ever heard of Massive Attack? I meant to send a message, but forgot to. Oh, well, you didn't have to donate again.
I've heard of Massive Attack, and yeah, you didn't have to donate a second time just for that, but yeah, I've heard of Massive Attack. I don't like them.
Roadkill enter the bloody battle.
MGMG donates $2 again. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh! Yes! Right out of the car!
Jesus.
Right out of the car. Oh, hold on, I need some water. They got water at this scrap location.
He also asks, what's your favorite Disney and Pixar movie?
Disney and Pixar... probably the original Toy Story. Oh, shit. Oh. Now we get to see the crap Arkham Asylum combat. There we go. There's a learning curve. After you get it down, it's really not that hard, but while you're in learning curve mode, you get your ass kicked a lot.
God, you could play the fucking Batman combat music over this, and
Oh, you absolutely could. It's so dumb, because if you look at Mad Max, how much fist fighting is there in in Mad fucking, you know what I mean?
he punches that one chick in Thunderdome.
I guess. Yeah, he punches the little
Yeah.
punches a kid right in the face. Feminism.
El Chupo Nerdo donates $5. Thank you very much.
Godspeed.
Congrats on 100k subs. What did you do, or what are you going to do with the silver play button?
It's on its way. I know you have to order it, actually. I finally ordered it. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. Mount it? I was thinking about hanging it on the back of my motorcycle and taking a photo shoot or something. So... But I'm not sure. The way Google's going right now, it's not like it'll be one of my treasured possessions. Fuck 'em.
AK-47 Eason donates $5. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Hey Razor, love all that you do. That's it.
That's it. Thank you. Oh, is it up there? Is it gonna be up there? It's gonna be up there, isn't it?
That's funny. Bob Ross says the Drunken Peasants have been 100% removed of any ad revenue from YouTube.
Ugh.
I don't know how accurate that is, but I believe it.
I completely believe it, and it's complete bullshit. You know, we've had our differences, but that's complete horse shit.
Let's see. RKT donates $5 in dollary dues. He says, "Fuck Harmony Gold," and a righteous God fucking speed to you for reintroducing me to BattleTech MechWarrior 2. Was my Disney Channel growing up.
Yeah, you damn right it was. That game, MechWarrior 2, sold so many dedicated graphics cards. Like, really, the reason computers now, for the purposes of PC gaming, have dedicated graphics cards to a large degree is because of MechWarrior 2. They used to actually package MechWarrior 2 with new graphics cards.
These nimble black fingers are skilled in such metallurgy.
Are you saying you can build me one?
I saw one dismantled once.
I heard that correctly, didn't I?
It's Australian, you're close enough.
It's like a Cockney in there.
Well, that's fucking Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Pick an accent, dude. Pick an This is not Tom Hardy, by the way. This is some random...
Oh, Tom
I think
Hardy in a video game?
I think
Come
this
on.
game, it's an American actor who's pretending to be Australian, or it's an American actor who moved to Australia, kind of like Mel Gibson. In this game, I believe. I looked him up at some point.
Really?
Yeah, while I was writing the review.
Ah.
Which, by the way, Mad Max Month is an excellent excuse to finally get that review out. I wrote and recorded a review for this in 2015, and we just never released it. So we're finally getting around to that thanks to Mad Max Month. Alright.
Let's see.
Yank this down.
Kurt Cobain's microphone donates. Hold on. This fucking thing.
Double-barreled microphone?
It is a picture of a shotgun. Donates $2. Thoughts on the band UADA and Horna?
Don't know who UADA is, but Horna is one of my favorite black metal bands. Period. Horna's Finnish band that started in the late 90s, early 2000s. And they're one of the best new black metal bands. You can't really call them new anymore, but...
It's bigger than I remember.
third wave black metal.
And Shane Boatwright donates $5. Thank you very much. Wait, you can just give out water to random strangers?
Yep.
Just a random event, and yet I felt more pathos out of that than the entirety of Assassin's Creed.
It's true. It's true. You'll feel less about the 2000th time you do it, because this game's so goddamn repetitive, but here we go. Now you meet the warlords.
And real quick, Samuel Steingart donates $5. Who would be a better writer for the new Shadow comic?
It is me, Chumbucket, Master Wrench Jockey, and Skill Blackfinger, who's an acolyte to the angel combustion who beseeches the earth.
Who's your driver? Does he have any knowledge of medicine?
Why are you gonna pull those fucking railroad spikes out of your forehead?
Must linger. I'm sorry, but he is a driver of otherworldly skills. Yes, you see.
Why would I need a driver of otherworldly skills? Scrap monkey!
Please, we aim to enter the Dead Barrens, and all my gear, it was destroyed by infidel scavengers, and we need to heal this machine. If you let us work here.
Which machine? The machine or the one that he's driving?
We will deliver to you a bona fide grease pit. Praise be the prophet.
Let him inside.
Am I crazy, or does Chumbucket have a necklace with a bunch of those Trojan thumb-sized dildos
I didn't notice.
dangling from it? No?
So who would be a better writer for the Shadow comic?
Absolutely anyone but Simon Spurrier. Wow. How tone deaf can you be, Dynamite Comics? How fucking tone deaf could you be?
MGNG donates another $2. Thank you. Thoughts on the Terminator movies? Just lump them all together.
Don't give a shit.
Come up here and yak. Wanna know why I let you in here?
I wonder.
I wonder. Right, tumor shoulder.
It's not much of a car. You trust that little scrap monkey?
For now, not much of a stronghold.
Careful now. Don't want to insult a man in his own home.
So basically this guy is post-apocalyptic Dale Gribble.
Stretch, and now the warlord controls all. And
Warlord.
Scrotus.
Almost sounds like Lucas from Resident Evil 7.
Sawed him up
Let's
in the
see.
head.
Testicular Tactics donated
But his terror
$2.
leaves him.
Thank you.
Does Razor get recognized in public?
A few times.
You give us the use of your garage and tools.
Boom! I thought you could, you'd have a deal. And then,
Gastown.
oh, one peep at the jaw will change your mind.
What's the jewel?
The gate you gotta pass to reach Gastown. Look for it yourself. It's in Dead Baron's Pass.
Right before I do, do we have a deal?
It's a nice little touch, by the way. As you get in fights and you take damage, you actually take damage. Your character bleeds, and you get blood all over your outfit and whatnot. And you have to heal or whatever, or, you know, rest.
You should get your little black finger working on your car. Needs to be beefed up if you're gonna make good on our deal.
I'm not so sure I want to hear you talking about fingers. I don't know.
Miller Light donates $2.
Godspeed.
What happened to the Hate Pit podcast?
Hey, it's just, I haven't heard from Yell Chaos in a while. I don't know. He's been busy or not predisposed to do it or whatever.
And
I mean, he's the host. He's the one who brings us all together. So
Our gear.
Alex Seekman donates $10. Thank you very much. Very generous. What are your in-depth thoughts on the Dude Raider series, Uncharted?
So much. It's like they took all. Okay, you like Resident Evil 4. I like Resident Evil 4. But Resident Evil 4 kind of fucked up game design in a lot of ways. You know, QuickTime events became omnipresent.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah, the over-the-shoulder third-person shooting, the idea that, you know, horror games would be more about shooting zombies and less about actual tension and atmosphere, although Resident Evil 4 has its own atmosphere, unlike 5 and 6. But I feel like Dude Raider is kind of that, but for every other kind of game. Uncharted really... It's weird, because there were games that existed already that were doing things that Uncharted did. It was just Uncharted got so much undeserved praise because it's a Sony exclusive. I mean, because it's a great game, and not because the presser bought out cunts. So it was kind of a situation where it just wound up popularizing those things. And then, of course, Last of Us is just that on crack.
You build me that sniper rifle, then we head out. We have work to do.
Praise me! Oh, just you find me the parts, and I'll get cracking. I have it. I have it, Saint. Just help me find the requisite parts and some kind of a trigger
mechanism.
Oh, you want a trigger, driver?
Oh, am I gonna get my rocket launcher?
Then you're scrambling to make something of it. We don't have anyone who can figure that stuff out anyway. Plus, no ammo to talk about.
Matthew Coral donates $2.
Thank you, sir.
He says, use plaque as monument to overplaying one's hand.
This should work.
Okay.
Use.
Whenever you have something, Saint, I stand ready to...
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Minnie Farmer donates $5. Thank you very much.
Move along. Fucking stop.
Ever thought about expanding the Mythos series to cover certain periods of metal history?
What do you mean, like?
I guess
just-
80s, 90s, whatever.
I mean, those would be Metal Mythos. You know, those would be called, I guess, Metal Mythos missives. They would just be sort of one-off videos,
Shot installed.
and those would be on a when I'm inspired to make it basis, just like Metal Mythos itself.
Let's see.
No, so we were collecting parts for a sniper rifle, actually. Let's see it.
AK-47
Time to put the
Eason
sniper rifle to the test.
donates
Serve
$5.
our purposes without fail.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice balance.
My fingers were controlled by otherworldly forces.
But he donates $5. Hey, Razor, ever think about reviewing Lone Wolf McQuaid or the Missing in Action movies?
Yeah, of course. I mean, especially Lone Wolf McQuaid, because I dig that game hard, or that movie rather. That movie is badass, and I believe that was the first appearance of the Chuck Norris beard.
All right,
Before that, he was full mustache. He was all in on the mustache.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. Can you pronounce this?
What?
Can you pronounce it?
Oh, Vorig Wafa?
Okay, thank you. Donates $2. Razor, what's your favorite Sega console?
Probably Genesis. Although I really like Dreamcast too. Dreamcast was a great little console. You know, really, Dreamcast didn't do much wrong. Dreamcast was way ahead of the curve. It was actually a little more powerful than the PS2. It was really the PS2 hype that killed it. It was just everybody at a certain point was like, I want a PS2 and nothing else, and then it just kind of died. You know, if the Dreamcast had come out 2 years later, we might not be talking about Sega in the past tense.
Pause the game. We have a $300 donation
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
from Zalcian.
Well,
He
very
says,
generous, and thank you, sir.
Sweet mother of God. Hey, Razor, I got some spare cash. Figured I'd share. Need advice, though. Making a sci-fi RPG third-person squad shooter eventually.
Okay.
You'd run a smuggling mercenary company across the Virgo supercluster and have to fight, evade galactic superpowers with a hardcore future combat sim mode. Any suggestions? Wow, that sounds very specific.
Yeah, that does sound very
And very, ambitious.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, I would say focus equals quality. Whatever you want to be your main feature, focus on
Right.
that. Don't get distracted by ancillary minutia. Make sure you have a nice core that is fun and you know will be fun and intriguing, and stick to that.
Yeah,
And don't get distracted by... But this sounds like a badass fucking concept.
it does.
You know, I would play it. Shit. And, And, thank you again. That's very, very generous.
Yeah, thank you very much. You're literally keeping me alive.
What? Yeah, with YouTube coming for your fucking throat.
Oh god, that's a fucking video on its own. But thank you again.
Speaking of, somebody mentioned BattleTech earlier. I'm in the process of. I'm gonna be doing. Don't worry, folks. I'm gonna do a video on this Harmony Gold BattleTech shit. Don't worry. You heard about that, right? They're suing him again.
Oh yeah. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
Let's try to catch up on some of these. AJ with the eek, or AJ with theek, however you want to put. Oh, AJ with the AK. Sorry, some of these are hard to read.
How do you words?
There's no spaces. It's got no words on it. It donates $5.
What does that mean to play us out?
Thoughts on Blind Guardian? It's my favorite band, and I screamed like a bitch when you played Tainlorn on one of your Elric videos.
I really dig Blind Guardian. I like Demons and Wizards better, though. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I'm gonna have to bring this fucker down.
Yeah. Do your thing.
Hold on. Let me get somewhere and heal first.
How do you heal a car?
No, I need to heal.
Oh.
My health is low. Your health is low. Do you have any potions or food? Okay, there we go. Now, Max, drink some goddamn water, buddy. You're parched. Jesus Christ, knocking that back. Like a fucking screwdriver.
Let's take a moment here. Kestra Merriweather donates $10, and thank you, and welcome back, sir.
Yeah.
Mad Max laid the foundation for Fist of the North Star, but they loved canon films even more. Look it up. Tetsuo Hara loved drawing Kenshiro over Stallone poses. Ooh. Is there a picture out there of Kenshiro doing the Cobra? Doing the
that
Cobra
would be
pose?
amazing.
That would be very amazing.
Did you see? I didn't notice this until after I was on the show, but Steven Crowder has a poster behind him that's
Yeah, the Cobra one. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed
which is
that.
amazing. Everybody got on that after I did. I don't know if I influenced the sudden resurgence of love for Cobra, but
It's all you do. It's
all
you.
me.
Yeah.
all me.
Mason Otaku donates $5. Ignoring which was the better horror game and judging them as video games in general, which is better in your opinion? Silent Hill 2 or Parasite Eve 1, and why?
Silent Hill 2's.
Judging them as video games and not as better horror games.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was violent.
Yeah. Alright, motherfucker. Alright, motherfucker. Got it. Hold on, this is complicated business, folks.
Yes.
Rip that door off. Holy shit. My body is not doing well either.
Truck. It carries a great and powerful artifact.
Get it? Motherfucker.
Mysterious force.
Stupid driving on the right side, fucking Australian. Ah! There we go. Got it.
Jesus. Survivalist Iced donates $2 in Monopoly money. Is the lack of firearms a positive or a negative?
In this game?
I'd say it's accurate.
No, I would say it's wildly inaccurate. You look at these movies, there's all kinds of guns.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, yeah, especially if you look at the first one. Wow, you're about to blow up.
Yeah, I am. It's okay, I can pull over to the side here.
No Mauser.
Yeah, there's no fucking Mauser. What the fuck, man?
Hurry up and fix the car.
You do have the shotgun, but that's all you
I
have.
will nurse her back to health.
JCenter83 donates
slave.
$5, and welcome back, sir. Do you ride a motorcycle? What do you ride if you do? And
Yeah.
would you in turn ride with me someday to smash SJWs in the name of reason?
Well, I ride. Terrangel does not.
No.
I got a 93 Yamaha Virago. So, 535.
And would you ride with him one day to smash SJWs in the wasteland?
Yeah, by then it'll probably be the post-apocalypse, so that's the only thing that'll be running. And that's fuel efficient enough to ride regularly.
Yeah, well, don't tell the designers of this game that.
Yeah, no shit!
Samuel Steingart donates $5.
And if you think I'm not mentioning that in the review, you're sorely mistaken.
Samuel donates 5. Give the plaque the Mauser C96 treatment.
That may have to happen.
Tits McGee donates $5. Thank you very much. Thoughts on the press all but or outright stating that we're headed toward another civil war? God, they are pressing that shit so hard.
They really are. I mean, look, it's not like it's not a possibility, but a lot of this is just media driven. It's just media hype. Media is widening the disparity in our society for a number of reasons, a lot of which is ratings, a lot of which is ideology.
Money. Oh, and Matthew Coral donates $2. Again, he meant the silver YouTube plaque is what I...
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. But thank you very much, sir.
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh!
God damn.
These are kind of interesting. They're like puzzles in and of themselves. Not all of them are terribly complicated. Some are. But, let's see here. Get a little scrap. What just happened?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I know. What the fuck?
El Chupa Nerdo donates $2. Thank you. Thoughts on Jinder Malice? Or Mahal's? Or
Jinder Mahal.
world title run so far?
What are the ratings? 1.0? What are we at now? There's your answer. Nobody cares.
It's not what we think, it's what everyone else thinks.
Right. Well, everyone else isn't watching either, so...
Mood on Helm donates $5. Thank you very much. I heard recently you were a fellow Claymore fan. Did you ever get around to watching the anime?
Of course. Anime's not as good as the manga. Just straight up.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, it's anime's pretty crap, actually, compared to the manga, but yeah, it's alright.
Donald Darko.
Oh, thank God. Dog food.
Didn't need to hear that. Donald Darko donates $5. Thank you very much. Sup-Razor, huge manga fan that hates superheroes.
You admit this out loud?
Any Image, IDW, etc. comics you would recommend in the cyberpunk or post-apocalyptic genre?
Not a whole lot of cyberpunk comics, sadly. Let's see. I believe Sleeper is a cyberpunk comic. There was an adaptation that's not very good of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Elephant Men is fantastic.
Yes.
Elephant Men is superb. Definitely check that out. And then Heavy Metal Magazine occasionally has cyberpunk in it. I mean, really, cyberpunk, visually anyways, kind of got a lot of its character from Heavy Metal Magazine, Metal Hurlant, whatever you want to call it.
Metal Hurlant.
Oh, we have a convoy.
But, anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Alright.
Not a whole lot of cyberpunk out there. I remember Dreamwave. Dreamwave used to, they used to have like a Korean cyberpunk comic. I forget what it was named. It had very, very, very Korean art. Very.
Looking for something specific?
No. You just sweep over and
Oh, and it's like permanently on your
It's
map.
marking things.
Oh, okay. Wow, that seems tedious.
It is very tedious.
Quality Control donates $10 in Monopoly money. I'm pretty sure YouTube's recent demonetizations are just them finally introducing the advertisers to the choice of where to advertise. It says not suitable for all advertisers, not any.
And yet, functionally, it's any.
Right.
I said on Crowder, you know, the yellow icon on your monetization is really just the red icon, but polite.
Right.
That's what... the red icon with manners. And that's really what it is, functionally speaking. You don't get shit if...
That is a fucking Dark Souls ladder.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my God, he even kicked it. J Center 83 donated another $2. He didn't say anything. Maybe he just forgot his message. But thank you all the same, sir.
Alright, let's get to Dead Baron's Pass, motherfuckers.
Andy C donated $5. Thank you, and welcome to the channel. At the risk of sounding like a weeb, what's your opinion, if any, on Usagi Yojimbo, aka the rabbit that occasionally did crossovers with TMNT?
Yeah, that's an American comic. I don't know why you'd feel like a weeb. I like Usagi Yojimbo, and didn't they like make an Usagi TMNT action figure? Like an action figure in the TMNT line of Usagi Yojimbo? I vaguely recall that as a kid. No, I don't have the... need to upgrade my harpoon. Use your harpoons and tow cables. You can't ram into it, though. Shall we ram it down? Ram it down. Ram it down. Come on. Oh, almost. Almost got it.
Hardcore Bunny donates $2 in Canadian. Thank you very much.
Oh, here we go, folks.
Oh, come on, you didn't need to go back that far. Now you're just showing off.
Oh, no! You gotta make it a spectacle. Yeah!
God damn.
Right through that motherfucker.
He donates $2 in Monopoly. What is your favorite... Oh, sorry. What is your opinion on the singer Meatloaf?
Man, has any singer lost his voice worse than fucking Meatloaf? Have you heard?
I've not heard him in a while.
Oh my god, he's atrocious now. He cannot sing for shit. He has lost that voice. It's a shame. Yeah, Meatloaf was alright. I was never a big fan.
Let's see.
Oh, I think I just ran over an innocent person, too.
Edmund Ploppy
I sure did.
donates $5 in Aussie dollars. I'd love to hear your thoughts on CD Projekt's upcoming Cyberpunk 2077.
Can we even have any thoughts? They won't even tell us what the fuck it is.
They haven't even showed anything. There's that trailer that they released, like, how long has it been now? 5 years ago or some shit?
I mean, it makes sense. If you're CD Projekt, you know the gaming media is going to suck your dick anyway. Because you're CD Projekt. They always suck your dick. So why show a bunch of stuff off when you know you could just, you know, pinch out a trailer once the game's basically done?
They announced that
and get
way
the
too
same
early.
amount of hype. Yeah, they announced it way too early. The early stuff, I will say, and I've said this before, I think the art design is really fucking pedestrian. Like, pedestrian-ass, like, anime cyberpunk looking. Didn't, you know, none of the style or flair of, like, Deus Ex Mankind Divided or Human Revolution. Ooh, some scrap. Hold on. Yeah, the currency in this game is scrap. You are literally trading in rusty metal.
Was that your final thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what else could I say? There's nothing else to comment on.
Rocket Ship donates $5. Thank you very much, sir.
Godspeed.
I liked your interview with Crowder. Keep up the good work. God fucking speed.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, I will say again that your interview with Crowder was very good.
It's pretty short. I mean, it was only like a 15-minute segment, and then we had so many issues with fucking Skype that it wound up getting cut down even more.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
I have a few rounds. Make them count.
Time to snipe.
Wake up. Time to die.
Not in Dowie donates $2. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, you don't.
You're a wizard.
Thoughts on
That
the...
was Wizard Annie.
Don't get penisy, kid.
My seals are sealed.
He donates $2. Thoughts on the burial of Bret Hart.
The burial of Red. Oh, the fucking NWO Wolfpack bullshit. Fuck them. Who gives a shit? It's just a bunch of fucking lame click fanboys talking shit about a legend. I mean, Bret Hart can be whiny, but that's part of his character. Whatever.
Keep your head down. I'm gonna take a look.
Jay's...
Bret Hart is a goddamn legend. Fucking period.
Yeah, seriously.
He was, you know, he had so many fucking politics working against him at the time, and he still wound up carrying that fucking company through the early to mid-90s.
We all know this story. Seriously, though. Bret screwed Bret, okay? That's how that worked.
Did he have one of his lower ribs removed so he could pull that off, or?
Jay Center 83 donates $5. Thank you again, sir. Nice. I ride a 2004 Yamaha FJR 1300.
Cool.
Taryn can ride in the sidecar, manning the bullhorn.
You'll have the enclosed cockpit like in Mad Max.
Espousing weapons-grade fact and truth.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Inspector Javert donates $2.
Javert.
Ever read Brad Thor's Scott Havreth books?
No.
Thoughts?
Sorry, this is the first time I'm even hearing about it. I'm sorry. All right, so we have one of 5 scrap.
Scott Havreth. No, I can't.
Never heard of it.
Harveth. Sorry. No, it doesn't sound familiar.
What do we have here?
Samuel Steingart donates $5. Thank you very much. Thoughts on Image's shirtless bear fighter?
Oh! Work of art? The Sistine Chapel of comics? Buggin' masterpiece? Whoa! Oh! Oh! Yeah! Break that shield. Break it down! Come on! Oh! Right in the guts. That was glorious. Oh, and I'm in fury mode. Did I just do an F5? Or was that an FU? I'm sorry, an attitude adjustment. Beautiful. I like how they're all dressed like Antifa.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm pretending that's who I'm kicking the shit out of, but I'm thinking it very loudly.
Testicular Tactics donates $2. Thank you again, sir. Yahweh copulating amphetamine equals God fucking speed.
It does indeed.
Oh,
that's not sanitary at all.
Alex Steichman donates $15. Thank you very much. Very generous, sir.
I've seen worse Motel 6s, though.
That's true. Alex Seekman donated $15.
Look at that atmosphere, though.
Hey, Razor, since you and I both hate Sony, what are your in-depth thoughts on their financial situation, and do you think they will survive their current financial struggle?
Dude, if they're the #1 selling console, and they're still losing money on a quarterly basis, like, it kind of reminds me of the old Bill Hicks bit about the LA drought, which has been going on since the 80s, you know? Like, LA's the only what did he say? LA's the only city in the world where you can watch a weather report and say, well, it rained for 5 days straight. Didn't solve the drought. Back to you, Mary. Like, I'm sorry, if water doesn't solve your drought, you're pretty much fucked. There's no anti-drought gel coming down the... It's pretty much water and that's it, you know? Water don't solve no LA drought, boy. You ain't from around here. Whoa, hello there. Nice Hawaiian shirt. Zelda, this is your granddad, Hank. I think Hank likes to hang around small children's playgrounds and breathe heavily through his mouth.
You need to read the rest of this as Hank. Do it. Do it.
Zelda, this is your granddad, Hank. I'm sad you never got to meet him. He had some fun stories to tell, I tell you what. I don't know half of what Dad got up to in the 60s, but I know it was very hush-hush. He was working for the government up until 5 years ago when he disappeared on the job in one of those Arabic countries. So sad these wars are killing us all.
Wars, famine, disease.
Shut up, Max. Max, we do not need Max preachifying
Yeah, no shit.
over-explained lore. We really do not need that, Avalanche Studios.
Let's see
How about
here.
you shut the fuck up and shoot some bad guys?
Click here to donate. Donates $2. Okay. I asked for that.
Was that a...
Let's see.
Is that a fucking... What the fuck?
Jaden Frostwolf donates $5. Thank you very much.
That is an anime character name, if I've ever heard one.
They got a cartoon wolf. Maybe he's a furry. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm assuming your sexual preference status, yiffy thing, whatever.
Yiffy thing!
Thoughts or concerns about the Death Wish remake starring Bruce Willis? Ooh.
The trailer looked alright.
I'm
Here
gonna
we go.
see it. I'm
we
gonna
go.
see it.
Alright, let's scope this out. Already more stealth elements than the last Metal Gear Solid game.
Alabaster Scarf donates $5. Thank you very much.
Ready to take that on.
Hey Razor, I know you like film noir, but what are your thoughts on the line between noir and hard-boiled?
The line? They're not, hard-boiled is a characteristic of noir. It's not a separate genre. It's, you know, some noir is hard-boiled, other noir is not. That's just how it is. Hard-boiled is a characteristic. It's an adjective. Film noir is a noun.
The car needs more power and grab.
Let's see.
Whoa!
Grilled to shit.
You're fine. Samuel Steingart.
Yeah, it's not like I have a bum leg or anything.
Samuel Steingart donates another $5. Thank you very much, sir.
Alright, do I have all the scrap? All the scrap? No, I still need one more.
Was the comic from Dreamwave called Dark Minds?
No, shit, what was it called? It was like a cyberpunk, there were like lots of... It was very photoshopped, like the art, I doubt the art has aged well at all. This was around 2005, I want to say? Ah, fuck, I wish I could remember what it was. It was like... Tokyo City something? It was something city-ish. But, yeah, it was very, very Korean. You know, the kind of artwork you would see in, like, a Korean MMO.
Right.
Like, very heavily photoshopped, gigantic and probably large boobs. Boy, that is very Dark Knight music right
Oh
there.
my god, yeah. Well, this is Warner Brothers, so of course.
Everything
Click here to donate.
everything wrong with this game, by the way, is down to WB Interactive. Everything fucked up and derivative and boring and predictable.
Click here to donate. Donates $5. Forgot to send chat. My friend was thinking about moving to Flagstaff. What are your thoughts on that town?
Oh man.
There's nothing there. You might as well move into the desert.
Yeah, really? You know what? You're not wrong. Like, you might as well just go to like New River or something. Although even New River has like city near it now. That's how sprawled out this fucking city is now. That's the thing. If you want to live out in the butt crack of nowhere, your two choices are live in the mountains in the forest, or live in the desert. And personally, I find the desert prettier. And there's no hippies out in the desert. So, you know, Flagstaff is like the Portland, or I don't know, maybe Tucson is the Portland of Arizona.
Yeah.
Flagstaff is like the, I don't know, what's a northwestern kind of, you know, forest hipster town? There's a lot of those. But like Washington State, I don't know, it's like Seattle a little bit.
Whatever town Twilight took place in.
Yes, very much like that.
Kurt Cobain's microphone donates another $2. Thank you very much.
Godspeed. How do I get up here? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on this. How do I get the fuck up here?
You're asking me.
I've done it before.
Thoughts on Bathory's Blood on Ice album?
Great fucking record. Great record. And I'm not a big fan of the Viking stuff, but he should have released that when he wanted to originally. The story on that record is he recorded it in like 89 or something, and then just sat on it because he wanted to do thrash instead. And then he wound up releasing it in like the mid-90s. So, whatever. At least we wound up getting to listen to it ultimately. I wish there was more unreleased Bathory music. Is that where I need to go? That's where I climbed up at, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I was reading. I didn't pay attention. Gaius Julius Caesar says, I desperately want System Shock 3. Yes, we all do.
We all do.
We all do. Let's see. Corey Feist says, the Montreal screw job was an inside job.
It actually was an inside job. For once.
I say...
That is not a meme for once.
Jet fuel can't melt Bret Hart. That's what I say.
Jet fuel can't melt sharpshooters.
Ah!
How do you get up here? Okay, those are stairs. So, oh, you know what? I think I need to go down this ladder, maybe?
Florida McOgain, I'm guessing that's what that says, donates $5.
Okay.
Razor's giggles of delight as he brutally murders random assholes in this game is the best. God fucking speed.
It's too satisfying. Okay, I can't get up there. I don't know how the fuck to get up there. I'm tapping out. Plus, I already collected all this shit, so it ain't like I need to.
Benny Farmer donates $2. What's your favorite Metalocalypse episode?
You gotta do it before we can get past the
I couldn't name any of them by name.
By name, no. Absolutely not.
I know the one where they go to Norway to meet dude's parents.
Yeah,
was good.
I like the one where they have the orchestra and they get the fucking laser beam ball. That was pretty good.
Agreed.
Let's return to Jeets first, and I'll show you the plan.
Max looks like he has a touch of the downs in this game. Just a touch. Just this side of Master Blaster.
Finn O'Reilly donates £5. Or wait, that's not pounds. I don't know what that is. It looks familiar though. Is that the euro symbol? Is that the euro symbol?
Yeah, that's a euro.
Okay. We won't hold that against you. What way do you like to listen to music, i.e. system headphones?
I have a nice pair of Skull Candy headphones that I usually listen through. But I usually like to listen on, my preferred format, as I've said before, is CD. Yeah, I collect vinyl, but that's a collection. That's not all that practical. Boy, that bothers me that I couldn't get all the scrap.
Let's try to catch up on some
Wait!
of these.
God damn it, I'm a retard. I know exactly what I had to do. Fucking... You have to rappel down.
Keep the car safe.
Yes.
Dipshit.
Don't be long, please.
I'm a fucktard. Sorry, folks. Sorry for backtracking here.
Let's try to catch up on some of these.
Now you understand the depths of my OCD, folks.
Gavin Lensink donates $10, and thank you very much.
Thank
very
you,
generous.
Gavin.
While I disagree with your political views and opinions on a few games, I still massively enjoy your content, and I like listening to your point of view as much as Alpha Megason.
Thank you.
Thank you, very generous.
And everyone should go check out Alpha as well.
The Major Spike 9000 donates $20. Thank you very much, very generous. I feel as though a majority of the characters in this game feel underutilized, or at the very least not allowed to shine. Mostly either because of Max's flat betrayal, or characterization, or lack of impact to the story.
Max himself kind of has a lack of impact in this game. It's not that well written of a game. It's a very predictable plot. But it delivers what it promises for the most part, except motorcycles, even though they're in every single Max fucking movie. Why would you add motorcycles in a Mad Max game? They're just in the first movie, the second movie, the third movie, and the fourth movie. That's all.
Somebody points out that the chat is out of sync with the live stream. No, it's that there's
a
just
delay.
There's so much to go through that I'm having a hard time keeping up
This
here.
is how you get the scrap. God damn it. There we are.
Oh, here we go. Stevie Ray Vaughan's free helicopter rides donates $10. Razor, if you were to make a sandbox game, what sort of
Bob
realistic
Denver's plane ride? No, anyway.
what sort of realistic things would you like to see in it? I remember you angry at Doom 4 for no iron sight realism. Wait, we weren't angry about that. We were happy about that.
What are you talking about?
That there were no iron sights in Doom 4.
Yeah, I loved that.
He's saying if you were to make a sandbox game, what sort of realistic things would you like to see in it?
I like to see things like, well, I talked about this a little bit in my Future of Elder Scrolls series. I'd like to see, like, storms and stuff. This game has a little bit of that, where the sandstorms are, like, really fucking dangerous and shit. It's actually something you have to watch out for. If you get a storm warning, get the fuck inside in this game, because you will die. This game does not fuck around with the storm warnings. I'd like that. Like, if the next Elder Scrolls game is set in Elsewhere or something, the Khajiit homeland, sandstorms, you know, I would maybe even monitor your heat, you know?
I would
how
say
overheated you are.
that I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's probably not related to the question, but if the next Elder Scrolls game is gonna take place in Elsewhere,
Which it doesn't sound like it is, by the way.
It has to be like it has to neighbor. What's the fucking neighboring country with the Wood Elves?
Yeah, Valenwood. That's where
Valenwood.
That's where reputedly the next game is going to be.
It would
set.
have to share the border, or at least do something like that, because there's no way Bethesda is going to make a game where it's just desert.
They kind of did with Morrowind. Bye.
Doesn't look that heavily defended.
Edmund Ploppy donates $10 Australian. Shit joke attempt number 1. Did you hear they're abandoning the atomic clock? Yeah, apparently Stephen Colbert whining about Trump is more reliable.
Not to worry, Stephen Colbert. In the event of a nuclear conflict, all men are cremated equal. So.
Oh. Finn O'Reilly donates $5 or €5.
For those who don't know, in the beginning of the game, you confront Lord Scrotus. He tries to steal your car, I think. And you manage to commandeer a chainsaw, and you put it through his fucking skull, and he survives. He has a chainsaw embedded in his brain.
Well, you didn't hit a vital organ.
Yeah, I know, right?
Finn O'Reilly donates €5. What way do you like to listen to music, i.e. system headphones? Oh wait, he already asked that.
Yeah, you did already ask that.
You might want to retract that one, sir, because we already answered that and you asked it already. Cyberpunk.
But either way, I do prefer to listen through. I have a pair of kick-ass Skull Candy headphones that I listen through.
Andy C donated $2.
Oh.
Holy crap. Cyberpunk 2020 or Shadowrun? Ooh.
Shadowrun. Cyberpunk 2020, I mean, look at the name. It was always more generic.
The Violator donates $5. Thank you.
We have a secret entrance.
Ponder the existential implications of the fact that there exists such a thing as a rocket raccoon Daikimura pillow? A hug pillow? You're welcome?
There's a rocket raccoon fuck pillow?
Please, there's like an Optimus Prime one, too.
What do you play, the Queen song I'm in Love with My Car while you fuck that thing, or? Oh! Come on, bitch.
I swear I almost heard a Batman sound effect there.
Oh, my. Oh, well, it's the same company. They probably have a license to it. Hold on, I want that. Oh, yeah! Oh! Come on. Come on. Come on, Antifa Twink. Fuck you. Free speech rally my aching ass.
Yeah. Seeking Origin donated $2. Zip line at the top of the lighthouse. Well,
Yeah,
a little late on that one.
Yeah, a little late. Maybe the stream is out of sync. You want to check?
Well, no, it's not that the stream is out of sync. It's just that the fucking things are backing up.
That's so far, yeah. Let's get that insignia.
Oh, fuck you, man. Florida Mac O'Gained donates $5 just to say this is for Terran's valiant attempt at pronouncing my name. Sorry.
It's hard enough speaking English.
Voyage Waff donates $2. Razor, thoughts on the bands Coroner and Voivod?
I like Coroner. Voivod, not a fan. Not a fan. Sorry. Sorry, Canada. You have other great bands like Razor and Exciter, and I love the shit out of those bands, but now, does this strike you as a land with an oil shortage? Does this...
It's fine.
You're not really selling me on the fossil fuel shortage here, folks.
You're overcomplicating.
Right.
I mean, it's... Oh my god, I finally caught up.
Sweet.
Yay. Oh shit, there's another one. Gorgonite Emissary donates $5.
I think they're just donating to fuck your day up at this point.
Is there a game, new or old, that you would like to that you like despite of how terrible it is?
Oh, I don't have a Jimmy bar. Hold on. A game that I like despite how terrible it is. Many people would argue this game's terrible, but I like it. No, I and this game is not terrible, for the record. It's got some pretty serious issues, but what would be a terrible game? Well, I was one of the first people to give Deadly Premonition a positive review. And everyone hated that shit when it first came out. Hey, let's open this.
Now it's trendy to like it.
And now it is. Now it's widely considered a great game, as it should be. I don't resent that. I think that's fucking kick-ass.
I would say that first Fist of the North Star game for 360 by the people who make Dynasty Warriors, boring as shit, but god, it was just, the combat itself was fun. Making people explode.
Wasn't it glitchy as shit, though?
Glitchy? I never ran into any glitches. El Chupa Nerdo donates $10. What's your favorite Gold Dust match and storyline? And what are your thoughts on the... Well, we'll get... That's a two-parter question.
My favorite Gold Dust match relates to my favorite Gold Dust storyline, and that is when Gold Dust came back in 1998 after being Dustin Runnels for a while. Dustin Runnels, you'll remember, was like... He was a born-again Christian for a while, and he was like protesting the vulgarity and so forth, and he was kind of like Steven Richards, Right to Censor a little bit, before Right to Censor existed. And he was coming out and he was like holding picket signs that said the end is near and God will judge you all and shit like that. And it was great. And then Val Venus started coming out with his wife.
Ooh.
And so this guy who was supposed to be a heel suddenly turns into a baby face. And then, like, Terry Runnels and Val are doing all these promos where she's backstage giving him BJs and, like, just really racy stuff. Like, stuff you could not get away with now. And Dustin is just powerless through all this. He winds up being beaten down by Val and has to watch his wife make out with another guy. And it was really uncomfortable, too, because I think Terry Runnels and Dustin were going through a divorce at the time, or were just about to divorce. It was really awkward. Hold on. You can actually get sneak attacks.
Even though you got a giant light on your chest? Oh, there we go.
You can actually get sneak attacks in this game. No! God damn it. Forget what button it is. There are sneak attacks in this game. But anyway, and then Dustin goes away after getting the shit kicked out of him, and suddenly there are these awesome promos that keep playing after every one of Val Venus's matches. And it's the gold dust music would hit, and all the lights would go down, and then it would rain gold, or it would whatever. And then it all culminated in probably the best match at Judgment Day 98 that year. Between Val Venus and Goldust. It was a freaking tour de force. It was like, I don't know, it was like 30 minutes long or something. It was a really good long match, really technical, great psychology, and totally stole the show, especially because the main event that year was kind of crap. It was Undertaker versus Kane with Stone Cold Steve Austin as special guest referee, which sounds great on paper, but like stank up the joint. It was like one of the worst main events of the Attitude Era.
And let's see his the other part to that question. What are your thoughts on the IWC, specifically the hypocrites who shit on Vince Russo, but then talk about how great the Attitude Era was?
they all hate Vince Russo, and yet they all want wrestling to be more like when he was writing, which is hilarious. It's just goddamn hilarious. And they're all on Dave Meltzer's side, even though Dave Meltzer, during the Attitude Era, was writing series of articles bashing the Attitude Era.
Right.
During the Attitude Era, I remember very vividly reading articles from Dave Meltzer saying, this is crap, there's not enough wrestling, there's not... Meanwhile, the ratings are like 8.0.
Oh my god.
They're like record-setting ratings. Dave Meltzer's been proven to be a fucking hack by the protractions of time, but people pretend that he's the uber genius and Vince Russo doesn't know what he's talking about.
Best Way Killer donates $10. Welcome back, sir. Razor, what is the possibility that we might ever get a Legacy of Kane retrospective?
Very high. Very high. I just need to find a way to get them all to run well on my computer. The other thing that pisses me off is a lot of them don't have, the PC versions don't have controller support, which pisses me off. Because those games are definitely made for controller. You know, they were all on PlayStation as well, and, you know, I'm a PC gamer at heart, but if a game is made for controller and you want to use a controller, this game was made for controller, I'm using a controller right now. Even though it's a PC game. Whoa. Hold on.
That is a lot of dudes. You got your shotgun, right?
Got him. That was awesome. I dead-eyed the valve with the shotgun. Beautiful. Oh, I went American History X on his ass. Speaking of which, Avery Brooks is great in that movie. It just reminds me every time that he needs to be in more things.
No shit. Did he, like, just retire?
Well, he's like a college professor of drama or something at some university.
God damn, I mean...
And it's bullshit, because he's a great actor. Best Star Trek captain, by far, in my opinion. What I love about Ben Sisko is, you know, they got into the race thing. I don't know, they got into the race thing a little bit, but mostly they ignore the race thing with Ben Sisko, and that's why it's so good.
Yeah.
Because he's allowed to be a complete human being, which is real.
I'm sure...
That's real diversity. That's genuine diversity.
I'm sure they'll use the same exact tack with Discovery.
Right.
I'll wait for the fight to end.
Yeah, please.
Before I start asking more questions. People accuse me of being a slow reader. It's like, no, dude, I gotta wait for him to finish answering questions. Maybe he's
dropped him with a body shot. Muhammad Ali's weakness. All right, folks.
All right. Mall Roadkill donates $5. We know you're tasting guns, but what about knives? Both for EDC or carry. You guys rock. Your rants help me make it through work.
No, you know, anything that's sharp will work for a carry knife. I used to have a little switchblade that I would carry around before I got a carry weapon. You know, I've said this before, I'll say it again. People give others a lot of shit about what they choose for a carry gun. Dickheads like the Yankee Marshal who want to have pedantic arguments about whether this gun or that gun or this weapon or that weapon is practical for personal defense. There's one rule for personal defense weapons, and that is if you are comfortable with it and you are willing to train with it, then congratulations, that's your carry weapon. I don't care if it's a double-action revolver or an automatic pistol or a fucking musket. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is that you're comfortable with and you know that you can use in the moment effectively to defend yourself or others, that's gonna be the right choice for you. And the Yankee Marshal can fuck himself in his 5 chins.
Mediocrity donates $2. What is your favorite Batman storyline?
I really like No Man's Land.
You said that before, yeah.
Yeah, great fucking story. That was part of, you know, that and Contagion, and there was one other. Contagion, No Man's Land, and there was
The
one
Long Halloween. I know you love that one.
I do like The Long Halloween.
Okay.
But,
You remember Goblin Long-Ear Catwoman?
ugh, I don't like Catwoman.
Yeah,
in
well.
those. And I don't like... But hey, I like Batman Year One, and Catwoman looks like a fucking retard in that, too. So, what are you gonna do? Alright, I'm missing some scrap here.
Seeking Origin donated $10. Thank you very much.
Godspeed.
When do you think the civil war of regressive ideology will dissipate? You think regressives will resort to guns and militia tactics?
I think as
I don't
conventional
think-
media, what we're witnessing right now are not the death throes of Western civilization. What we're witnessing right now are the death throes of conventional media. They are dying. They don't like it. And if they have to go down, they're going to try and take all of us with them. It's up to you whether you're going to fall for it or not. And that goes for the right and left, by the way. The alt-right or the so-called neo-Nazis or whatever, they're playing into it just as much as Antifa are. So, you can either fall prey to it, or you can see through that shit, not let yourself get worked up about bullshit, and go on living your fucking life. You know, vote for the people that you believe in and certainly advocate your position. But, I mean, really break it down. What the fuck are you accomplishing by marching? Even a successful march. What do you get out of it? Nothing. Nothing.
No, they're just breaking shit.
No, you get to flop your ideology dickhead on everyone's forehead. Is that worth it? Does that accomplish anything is the real question. And the answer is resoundingly fucking no. It doesn't really accomplish anything at all. You know, you just have to be there at the right time, I guess. But
I just want to bring this up. As we record this, today there was a free speech rally.
Yeah, in Boston.
That Antifa showed up to, and it's like, these
and
are just...
by the way, confirmed, not a single Nazi
No, they're just
showed
people.
up on the alt-right side, which I said from the beginning, I think it's awfully convenient that at that fucking so-called neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville, it was only every picture of someone throwing a salute was the same dweeb in fucking glasses. You notice that?
Oh, no.
Every single time it was the same dude. And wouldn't you know it, this is awfully convenient, the guy who winds up plowing into a woman and killing her and injuring a bunch of other people, that guy just happened to be... The only picture that was taken of him that day just happened to be with that dweeb in glasses, who was pictured throwing Nazi salutes. Wouldn't you? That's awfully convenient, folks.
I noticed that immediately. People are saying, oh, look at these Nazis doing... And I'm like, okay, that is a picture of two people doing a salute.
The same two people.
The same two people doing a salute, and it is perfectly centered. The cameraman was right in front of them to take that picture.
Yeah, it's like it was taken for the cover of Time magazine. And so that already had my bullshit alarm going off. Oh, there we are.
I mean, that
already had my bullshit alarm going off, but then the motorist who winds up plowing into people, he just happened to take a picture with those very same people. Look, we know, this isn't paranoid, because we know that, we know this based on the Project Veritas shit that came out during the election, that people affiliated with Hillary Clinton and George Soros hired people to go down to a rally in Chicago. This is a matter of public record. It is proven. To go down to the rally in Chicago and stir up shit. And that caused a massive riot. People were hurt. Property was damaged. If they were willing to go that far, do you think they would not plant people in a crowd in Charlottesville to make the alt-right look bad? And keep in mind, they're terrified of the alt-right being associated with anything positive. And because look what they did when the Tea Party started to gain prominence. They did the exact same thing. The Koch brothers started funding it and then kind of took it down from the inside. Same thing's kind of happening with the alt-right. They love to control language. It's why, for some reason, we're still calling a bunch of people who are employing hundred-year-old ideas of socialism and a workers' revolution, we're still allowing them to be called progressive, even though there's nothing progressive about employing hundred-year-old ideas. That's an ancient fucking idea.
But we're getting a little caught up on this, and I'd love to do this on like a separate stream. Immortan Joe donated $3.
Godspeed.
Do you think the Highlander game could work?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's an ideal property for that, actually. Huh? Oh, okay. Where's the front fucking door?
Walrus Aurelius.
Oh, fuck it. I got the side door here.
Donates $12. Welcome back, sir. What's the over-under on Bannon making CNN bite the curb? Powerball if you can name the story that finally breaks them.
I don't know. People are saying, "Oh, they're just cutting Bannon loose so that he can cause trouble for CNN or conventional media or whatever." I'm not sure I buy that personally. I think he could have caused just as many problems, if not more, staying in the White House. This to me seems like Trump moving to the center in order to get Obamacare killed. This is a concession. John McCain. Oh.
These tires are unprotected, honey!
Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna take this guy out. Because this guy's got a lot of scrap. If you take these back to your stronghold, you get a metric fuckload of scrap. Oh, come on. He's right there. Come on! Stupid right side steering wheels. Dildo. What?
It will tear that tire right off!
These are starting to stack up again. Risen Phoenix 74 donated $5.
What speed?
Is there an email address to contact you about possibly getting a signed picture of you? Willing to pay?
I don't really have any signed 8x10s or anything, bro. Sorry. And I don't really make contact through email. I usually have email through Facebook or whatever. Yeah, let's go back to the stronghold here.
Anon guy donates $2. Yo Razor, do you play D&D Pathfinder? Any stories?
No, I don't. I'm not a big D&D guy. I've said this before. The two RPGs that I've played at length are, of course, BattleTech, as everyone knows, and Vampire the Masquerade. Those are the only ones I've ever played. So, no D&D stories, folks. Sorry.
Lord Archie donates $5. Hey Razor, I have a family with Union Army statues across the U.S. Should I go visit them before they are gone?
You should probably visit any statue you have any particular affinity for before it's gone. The way these Antifa twinks are behaving at present.
Best Way Killer donates $10. Thank you again, sir. On behalf of the rest of the state, I say fuck the cunt flat leftists and Antifa shitheels who predictably show up in Boston.
Yep.
We aren't all a bunch of commie cocksuckers here, sir.
I'm aware.
Seeking Origin donated $10. Thank you. I agree with your basic point, yet I would disagree with Death Throws. More a cultural shift with circumstantial violent identitarians. Forgot to mention, fucking love your content, no homo.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. We get to upgrade our fists.
Stevie Ray Vaughan's free helicopter rides donates $10. Razor, with all the shit going on with YouTube, Google, Twitter, etc., killing free speech, why don't you, Sargon, and others leave these sites permanently and stay there? If you build it, they will come.
Everybody, I'll tell you what, Vidme's already growing. And I will continue to upload there. I will continue to upload there before I upload to YouTube. YouTube is no longer the lead platform. We are uploading to Vidme earlier.
Right.
All right, so if you want to see the stuff earlier, you want to see it on time, go to Vidme. It's vid.me/RazörFist. No zeros, no nothing.
Right.
So if you want that, definitely get over to Vidme. Either way, Vidme, man, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you, just on my side, on Vidme, like 5 or 6 times as many people are watching our stuff on Vidme as were like even a month ago. And that ain't an accident. That's YouTube killing themselves right there.
Richard Slammer donates $10. Hi Razor, hi Taryn. I was curious about what you said. What do either of you want to go to a free speech convention or anything like that? Sargon and the bunch are going to MizCon in Milwaukee. Interested? I think that's MythCon or something.
Yeah.
Are you interested in going to that?
Never heard of it, but we are having a free speech convention here in Arizona in April of next year, I just learned, called Kilroy, and a lot of big names are going to be there. I know Mundane Matt is going to be there. There's some talk Sargon may be there. Dave Cullen is going to be there. Computing Forever, whatever. Pretty much all the big names are going to be there. Pretty sure Armored Skeptic is showing up. So everybody is going to be there. And that'll be April right here in lovely, still for the moment conservative Phoenix, Arizona.
If you want, you can go to Dave Cullen's Twitter and find that post about Kilroy and spread the word. Definitely get it out there and let people know about it.
Driver, I got a proposition. Oh boy.
No, Sargon is not in the States. He's in Great Britain, or semi-okay Britain
for now.
I had no use for the likes of you, but as you can see, we are baiting quick here.
What are you getting at?
Help us establish some necessities, and you'll benefit greatly.
Why does he sound like Elijah Wood on Uppers?
Take a look, but no promises.
Fine, driver. Look around.
Here's your... There you go. Here's your upgrading the fortress shit that has to be in every new game.
Yep.
Your tower defense.
Tits McGee donated $2. Thank you very much. Odds of Antifa making appearance at Kilroy. Well.
I guess this place is gonna look
I doubt it very much. They don't even know what's going on. I'll say this: if Kilroy wants me to come, it will not be a gun-free zone.
I've been thinking about your amigo, the Dinky.
Yeah, I do not.
Oh, what about my dog? What's going on here?
I do not see Antifa pulling any shit in Arizona.
Yeah.
Everybody just gives up. Goes.
Recall our companion saint, the Dinky D. Do you think he made it out of the inferno that was once my tabernacle?
Nah, burnt to a crisp. Go food for somebody.
Somebody Korean.
I think he made it out, yeah? He's got a survival instinct, that little one, huh? Yeah. I think he would have...
You remember he tried to bite your face off at the beginning of the game, right, Max?
Could have their uses.
Autist Maximus donates $6.66. I have a commie boss at a store who doesn't believe Antifa is a communist group. How do I convince him they are? Go to their fucking website where it says they're communists.
Yeah, I think
Jesus.
I think asking one of them.
I mean, somewhere it says they are anarcho-communists. Jesus Christ. I mean, they fucking hand out pamphlets that say this shit. I mean, God.
Yeah, it's like... Again, I have to go back to a Bill Hicks bit. It's like when in the early 90s we were talking about going back to Iraq for Desert Storm. It's like, hey, how do you know they have weapons of mass destruction? Well, we checked the receipt, because we actually sold them to them.
Miller Lite donates $2. He says, will you be at the Trump rally in Phoenix on Tuesday at the Phoenix Convention Center?
I might. I'm... Folks, so there's already talk... shit. There's already talk that our shitbag sheriff, yes, elections have consequences, our shitbag sheriff who replaced Arpaio has already issued a stand-down order for the police there. So it sounds like him and the mayor of Phoenix, Greg Stanton, both want a fucking riot. So that they can make sure news cameras are there and cultivate the alt-right or Nazis fucking narrative. So I'm not sure if I should actually go down there. I'm really not sure. But I would like to see Joe Arpaio get pardoned live on stage.
That'd be amazing.
Which is what it sounds like he's gonna do.
The Spaz from Rain Man donates $2 in Aussie dollars. Oh, wait for the fight to be over.
Whoa! Whoa! God. See, the combat is like... It's really less like Arkham and more like TMNT Out of the Shadows, where once you commit to a strike, you are committed. You don't get to block in the middle of it, which is, I think, what most people's issue is. It creates a really high learning curve.
Let's see.
Ooh, we got a car body.
The Spaz from Rain Man donated $2 dues. Hey Razor, unblock me on Twitter, man. At P-Real Anthor Anhor. Unblock him, he says.
Why? If you were a dick on Twitter, you were probably blocked for a fucking reason. I don't fucking know. Let's see here. Oh, we got a project part. Scrap crew is so useless. You get so much scrap in this game. There's no point in upgrading the scrap crew at all.
The Major Spike 9000 donated $5. Thank you very much, sir. Follow-up question. Honest thoughts on the characters in the game, aside from Max having the personality of a wall-eyed trout with cardboard eyebrows.
Wall-eyed trout! But enough about Megan Fox.
Butts.
Oh, convoy route.
Well?
Thoughts on, sorry, what?
On the characters in the game.
Oh, yeah, kind of forgettable. I mean, Scrotus at the end of the day is just, you know, we're terribly sorry we can't let Max kill Immortan Joe before Fury Road, basically. You know, so they put his son in the game so you can fucking kill him. And the chick that you meet, you know any chick that meets Max, it's the Charles Bronson principle is at play. She's got to die within 3 scenes. Sorry to spoil anything, but come on, folks. So, you know, the characters are not terribly interesting, although it is pertinent. If you watch Fury Road, there's a little girl that keeps haunting Max. That little girl is in this game, and you learn the story behind that all that shit that went on.
So that's not a rewrite or of his origin, right?
No, that is a reference to this video game, which, as I said, George Miller outlined a lot of the story. So this is, yeah.
Excellent. I was always worried that they replaced his wife and his son with this like random little girl.
No, they didn't. It's a reference to this game.
Well, that's very nice. Gorgonite Emissary donated $5. Is there an obscure, completely forgotten comic book character that you'd like to see make a return?
Phantom.
Yeah.
Phantom, and Phantom. Give it to a decent fucking comic company for once. They keep giving the rights to the Phantom to these B-team bitches. You know, what was that company, like Moon something? Moonstone?
Their leader G judged me and found me wanting. No fighting spirit left. Too broken and old for their battles against the hordes of Gastown. So what'll it be? Help me with this loot and split it? Or corpse me and take it all?
Gastown. That's actually what I call Arby's. But,
Best way killer.
now I want mozzarella sticks from Arby's. God damn it.
I'm fucking hungry right now, man. Best way killer donates $5.
Oh, we got buzzards.
Thank you very much. Ooh. And yes, Best Way Killer, I have thought of this as well. Arpaio for Lord Commander of the Wall. Dude.
I would love not only for Arpaio to be pardoned, it would be such a fantastic fuck you gesture to actually promote him head of ICE.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and this is the stupid thing about it, all the people who claim, oh, Arpaio's a hate monger and he's whatever. Motherfucker, Arpaio was ambassador to Mexico for fucking years. You think he hates Mexicans? Are you high? He does not hate Mexicans. You elected a fucking lawyer. That's what Penzone is. He has no law enforcement experience. He's a fucking lawyer. He's a Soros puppet lawyer. And you elected him because you bought into the BS narrative of Arpaio costing the state millions. No, Obama's Justice Department, by pursuing a BS vendetta against Arpaio as a thank you for Napolitano endorsing Obama quickly, being the first major politician to endorse him, that's who cost us hundreds of millions of dollars. Because the fucking vendetta never should have been pursued to begin with. All Arpaio did was defend himself.
Old Boy Aladdin donates $5. Hey, you glad or mad that neither Bill Hicks or George Carlin are not alive to experience this madness in America? Metal be with you.
I'm more mad that Dennis Miller isn't weighing in on a lot of it.
Or was he on the fence?
No, he's not on the fence. He's just, you know, he was on O'Reilly for a while, but now I think now he's on Fox Business or something. But he hasn't recorded a stand-up special in a while. I think it's been a couple of years. Oh, we found the pupper. Priorities, Max. There you go.
I'm taking it back to Jade's fortress. Meet me there.
Indeed, indeed, sir. I'll steer her safe.
Autis Maximus donates $5. Just donating 5 more because I like your rants.
Godspeed, sir. Thank you.
By the way, Galgun VR playthrough when? When you can fucking afford a VR headset.
Or when I give a shit about VR, which will be never.
The Spaz from Rain Man donates $5 in dollary dues or boomerangs or koala pelts. I don't know what they use for currency. Do they trade
frilled neck lizard skins?
Do they trade in kangaroo meat down there?
I guess bush meat, some kind.
Do you find it hilarious when a male actor has to pretend that a punch thrown by a 50-pound soaking wet girl would actually hurt him in film or TV?
You mean any given Mila Jovovich film?
Yeah, that she is very small.
I'm a fan of Mila Jovovich, but come on, guys. I like Underworld, but please. Kate Beckinsale, you know, decking a fucking vampire in the face and actually winning, not so much.
Chris Resin says kangaroo testicle pouches. That's what they use. That's nice. That good old Dick says we use pressed emu necks.
Yes, dude. Funny story. Did you ever see the lady down the street who had fucking emus?
No.
Outside in front of her house? Yeah, there was like a lady here in Phoenix, like not far at all, like a few streets down, who literally had pet emus just hanging out in her front yard. I used to see them all the time, you know, when I'd like walk to school or whatever as a kid. Oh, yes. And cool thing about disarming these, you actually get ammo from them as well. Good shit. Alright, gang. How long has the stream been going?
1 second. Jake Coat donates $5. I'm literally
Hey,
closing.
Jake.
I'm literally closing at Arby's right now. What is this? Are you watching me?
I'm thinking Arby's.
Bring me home some Arby's. I want some. Seriously, I'll eat anything.
Oh man, a French dip right now.
Let's see. How long have we been going? About an hour 45.
Okay, let's fill up the water here. Because water is magic in Mad Max, apparently. And yet the villain is the only one who wants to conserve it, which makes a lot of sense. And we're supposed to hate him for some reason.
If he wants to fucking conserve water, Immortan Joe wouldn't just spill it out into the desert like he does.
But he spills it out for 5 seconds. It's the broads who want to freaking just turn the fountain on and never shut it off. And where's it coming from, too, by the way?
Melphis Sky says, Razor, how many dicks do you think Casey Hudson had to suck to be BioWare's next GM?
I think honestly, with the shit that BioWare's in right now, I think he just had to be a carbon-based life form who was breathing at the time when all that shit went down.
Did we mention on stream that Mass Effect Andromeda mentioned that they will not be making any single-player content?
Just, what, 6 months, 7 months after launch, they have already abandoned Mass Effect Andromeda in terms of single-player DLC. They're already done. There's a fucking game of the year for you.
Testicular Tactics donates $2. Thank you again, sir. Both of you. Favorite fast food French fries? That's easy.
Oh, you know what I miss? Arby's doesn't have them anymore as the home-style fries.
I say
those were the best hands down of anyone.
I say Popeyes seasoned fries.
In-N-Out is really good, too. In-N-Out with the fucking vegetable oil fries that aren't very salty or greasy, but they're fucking amazing.
You brought us a tasty looking morsel here. You gonna share?
The Forsaken Eagle. Immortan Joe made some good points.
He did!
He didn't do nothing.
I'll put something together.
Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A waffle fries are no fucking joke. Chick-fil-A everything is no fucking joke, though. Here we go. We can finally select a different vehicle, and ladies and gentlemen, take a wild guess what vehicle I unlocked. What?! So you have to... Oh my god, they lied to me. I was told that you could actually, if you beat the game already, this would be unlocked already, the Interceptor.
Uh-huh.
So I've already... Well, whatever. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. What do we have here? Death run location. Barreling barrels. Okay, no. You have to complete the game. That is some bullshit. So you can't even unlock the interceptor. Oh, that's BS.
Game King 40 donates $5. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, Razor, any good recent metal albums you'd recommend?
Yes, except The Rise of Chaos. And a very timely album, might I add. No, don't have enough for that. Do I have enough for... Well, let's change the car body.
Gorgonite Emissary donates $2. Which franchise?
Sir.
Which franchise do you think needs to die?
Which franchise?
What franchise needs to die? Mass Effect.
Well, we have black female Nazis in Call of Duty World War II now.
Yeah, that's true.
How about we kill that, please God?
Metal Gear. Of course, they're gonna kill that on their own with that new game coming out.
Yeah.
The
Metal Gear really does need to die. Though it needed to die about 2 games ago.
The Spaz from Rain Man donates $5 Aussie. What do you think about the theory that soy being a xenoestrogen and the fact that it's in everything and that's the reason why men are so pussified now? It's a xenoestrogen?
Son, have you been talking to Alex Jones again? You can be honest.
Are they making the amphibians homosexual?
I understand. You may have seen him one day. He was working on the farm. His moobs flapping majestically in the breeze. Did
you see that video of him running after that guy?
His gigantic forehead calling you into harbor from the rocks. I mean...
Then that other guy spilled coffee on him.
He's a seductive beast. I understand the appeal. But he's out of his fucking mind. Or, I'm sorry, he's a character.
Bob Ross donated $2. Do you listen to any doom metal bands?
Yeah, Trouble from Chicago. Great fucking band. And Lucifer is alright. Although the band they were before was way better. So yeah, and of course Sabbath. Get the fuck out of my way, Scarecrow. Boom! You underutilized character in the new Batman movies.
Overseer USA donates $5.
Godspeed.
Have either of you had the privilege of eating at a Whataburger? God fucking speed. Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Yeah, there's Whataburgers all over the place. I'm not a big Whataburger fan because they microwave the fuck out of their burgers. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm in love with their chicken strip meals. Like the number 14 with the white gravy, delicious.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Like every time I go over there, because they're open 24 hours. That's the only reason I ever go there is if I'm up late or something and I need something to eat. And you'll go down there and the drive-thru will be packed. Good God, it moves at the speed of death. Their drive-thru is the absolute slowest I've ever seen in life. And you're just sitting there wondering, like, why do all you people have such bad taste? Like, I'm only here because they're the only place open, but what the fuck? Their drive-thru is packed at all hours of the day. You can't even say that everyone just goes there because they're open. Not a big Whataburger fan. People try to revise history and say In-N-Out sucks. Oh, In-N-Out's overrated? No. Bullshit, motherfucker. Whataburger's overrated.
Walrus Aurelius donates $8 to correct Spaz and cast shade. I think Spaz meant phytoestrogen, not xenoestrogen. Just kidding, by the way. Either way, soy is heresy. Where did this theory Trump is going to pardon Arpaio come from? It's been in the news. Even Trump retweeted it.
Yeah, Trump talked about it on Twitter. It's gonna happen. He's gonna pardon Arpaio, and he should pardon Arpaio because he was he's prosecuted for enforcing a law that we passed twice. The only reason he was prosecuted is because the court would have committed a hate crime by fucking trying to lock up the entire state of Arizona. about we lock up the
He's pointing. He's pointing.
Oh, I love it. I bet you it's because I unlocked the actual shotgun.
Right.
That's a glorious fucking glitch.
Shake my hand.
I know.
Don't leave me hanging.
Put her there.
Pull my finger.
Will you spit in your hand?
Oh, dead a dozen times if you do, boy.
Dead a dozen times if you shake my hand, boy.
From the deal.
Yeah, you holster that air.
I got gas.
So pitch me, little man, or I'll make a blood sport of your driver here.
He's no ordinary driver. This one, you sent to me by the angel combustion herself.
We parlayed with the water gods here.
We desire to make way to the dead baron. My sanctum is destroyed. It's burned. Everything I have is gone. Gone. I have nothing left. Please, this car needs healing. She does. And strengthening. Yes, and if you let us stay here and rebuild, then I offer you
Hands of a Black Finger. I think I've seen that movie. I don't know.
hands of a
Let's see.
black-
Lord Archie donated $20. Thank you very much, sir. Very generous. What do you think will happen in the last season of Venezuela? You think Maduro's swinging from a tree, or escape to his evil lair with the cocktail girls? Let's be honest, it will be Corbin polishing that pork sword. Jesus Christ. That's pretty good.
Keep the deviant Blackfinger leashed. Don't need any of his perversions on my ship.
Let's be honest, folks. It's socialism. We've all seen this movie before.
Yeah. No, we haven't. That wasn't really social.
Not right. It wasn't really.
Immortan Joe donated $2. Do you know the YouTuber Styx Hexenhammer? Of course, yeah.
Of course.
I believe. Have you collaborated with him yet? Or?
We haven't collaborated. We've given each other shout-outs and so forth. I'm a fan of his channel. He's a fan of mine. We both watch each other's videos. Recommend everybody check him out. Dude has a crazy work ethic. He puts out a video, several videos every day.
Autist Maximus.
Not fuck around.
Autist Maximus donates $5. Your favorite Sabaton song?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Well,
They're not one of my favorite bands or anything.
Also, Fat Black Trans Hitler with Anarcho-Communist Death Squad isn't historically accurate? Check your historical privilege.
I think you meant the Ubermensch there.
Yeah.
Save some time next time. Here we go, folks. Are you ready for this? This game is now self-aware, folks.
Yeah.
This game is now self-aware. What on earth is this thing? It's the thing you should have put in the game! That's what.
The Spaz from Rain Man donated another $2 Aussie dollars. Why is Cali such a shithole? Been once, never again.
Half a century of Democrat rule. Next.
Let's see.
We're coming up on over a decade and a half of Democrat rule here in Phoenix, and it's already going sideways. So...
I think we can call it pretty soon here.
yeah, I think we're actually good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying time's over. Thank you for joining us here on Mad Max RazörFist Arcade Live. I don't know why the Interceptor was not unlocked. Avalanche Studios, I'd like to punch you in the pussy. That's pretty fucking ridiculous. If you beat this fucking pedantic ass game with all the backtracking and collecting I had to fucking do, and the Interceptor is not unlocked on subsequent playthroughs, blow me. Blow me, folks. Oh, and before we go, Alex Siekman donates $20 and says, what are your in-depth thoughts on the Borderland franchise? It's a fun multiplayer franchise. I think people went a little over the moon on it, though, because there was so little else
It's just Diablo.
at the time. It was like people amplify the merits of that. This happens a lot of times. I think Witcher, to a large degree, people amplify the merits of The Witcher and pretend that it's something even greater than it is because there's so little else that exists. If you really break it down, Witcher's not really an RPG. And neither is Borderlands, you know? It's kind of post-apocalyptic Diablo a little bit with some light upgrades, light RPG elements, very little customization.
My biggest problem is that 80% of the fucking game you're staring at the ground.
Yeah, no shit. All right. Folks, thank you for joining us here. For Terrangel, I am RazörFist God fucking Speed.